Am I audible, right? You can
Yes,
hear me?
yes, Kaushik, it
Yes.
started. Yeah.
Okay. So last day we just means I have some problem with my system, so that's why the demo and the session was not long continue. So I'll start with the that that type that topic. Okay. So first topic is that how to install React JS that with the npm and init. Normal we have going to install the npm and init and trying to install React in our system. I will share my screen. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is my folder, empty folder. I'll go make the same. And here I will create npm init. That means it will create some default package.json file for me. Okay, this is the folder name. Means in which folder currently I am. So this is npm init. So package name. Any name I can add it. React demo. Version it's optional. You can add or not. Description that is also optional. Entry point. So entry point means when the page is loading, the React.js application is loaded, that time it's a bootstrapping the application. So in which file is required? This is the entry point JS. Okay. When any the project is loaded in the browser DOM from that system, so one entry JS is required. So in my case, I add in index.js. Test command, git repository, that is also optional. You can add or you cannot, that up to you. Keywords, you can add any keyword, get, extract, anything. Author, it's also optional. So this type of package.json file will be created. This is a schema, it will showing. So is it okay? I have to make confirm. So yes. You can see one package.json file is created. Now what I will do, I will enter into the Visual Studio code base. I hope it's installed to each and everyone's system. Only package.json file is there. So I am not going to follow any that npm create react app whatever. I am just going to install manually and see how it works. So we require two things. That is one our uh, public folder. Here HTML that is called your index.html file will be located. Relocated. Other folder is src. In src folder, I will add at js file, js.js, app.js, anything. Okay, so this I have to create. That is public, another is src. Not inside the src and in public, that is the root folder. So I will create that. Create it inside that. Two folder I have added. Now I'm going to add one folder that is index.js. But before that, I have to understand the package.json file. So this looks like whatever the entry I have made, the name, version, description, it is there. So this is main file index.js, right? Now I have to install some React dependencies. By default, I'm going to install. That is not I'm write the npm create React app and it's automatically installed. I will install by myself. That is dependency. The dependency, I will write React. Three versions, three essential version is required, that is React, React DOM, and React Script. Okay, one by one, I will add 16.9.0 React DOM is also 16.9.0, and I will add React Script. React Script, that is 3.1.0. So without this dependency, I cannot run. I have the package.json file, and I also have that index.js file. But where to run, how to run, which command I will add, right? So first I have to going to install the React dependencies. What I will do, I will go here in my root folder. That is the root. I will do one thing, npm I or npm install. Both are same. Either npm install or npm I. So I will get the npm I command. It takes some time and it will install the dependencies. Mainly depend on React, React script, and React DOM. Three dependencies it will install. You can see that node modules, this folder is automatically created, right? Node modules, and it's also the staging. Staging means if you go inside the node module, so it's fetched from the npm registry, and when all files and the dependency will be fetched, and then it will dumped over here inside the local system. So it takes some time. Yes. So that installation is done for the React DOM and React script. These packages are added. Now we are going to node modules. So you can see that all the packages related to the React stuff and React DOM, that all are installed. Now I'm creating one index.js file and one index.html file and going to run the application. And also I have added some script. In the script folder, I have added some script. This script I will add 1 minute. That is your start. React. React script and now I'm in the index.js file. This empty file I will add one by one. First I will add import. Yeah. Yeah. Import render from React DOM. Both are different packages. React installed through the React and React DOM and render will equal the render DOM. Two are different packages. Now I will create render. And I will create one function that is a function and return row comma document.
Yes.
Yes,
Can
yes.
we use require here, require of React like that?
So this is the EL6 command, right? I
Okay.
am that's why the modern syntax is that we follow the EL6 syntax. Okay.
Okay.
Require is something different that is followed by the ES5. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why I'm using. So document.element ID, I have to provide the ID. So where I will get the ID? So that's why I'm creating one HTML file, index.html. Index.html file I'll create, and here doc type HTML, that is HTML. Yes, and head and body. The body I will add the div ID. Whatever name I will add here, like I have added Kaushik. This name should be added here. Is the link. Enter application, whatever I will render, that will fetch by this ID. So it will add it in that Kaushik, in the ID. Any name you can add it. Now I will go to run the code. Package registration. Command, what will be the command? npm run start, because I am adding the start command here. So, and one thing that instead of index.js, can any file name I can add like Kaushik.js? What happened it will show? Kaushik.js, I will add it to the, yeah, npm run start, npm clear the screen, sorry, npm run start. You can see React script start. It will fetch from a React script start. So could not find required file. That means the file name should be index.js. I cannot add other file. Right? Index.js. Can I create other HTML file like Cosic? Oh, no, it also required index.html file. So both index.html, index.html. Okay, I'll write something here. So it will overwrite. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to start. Yes, at the browser. So I already put is blocked means consumed by other the port number. So I'll use another port. Automatically it will relocate the server and 3001 starting. Yeah, take some time rendering the files, rendering the application, and see what will create. Oh, great. Hello. So you can see one thing. Something is coming and then hello, right? That means it will override whatever I will add in inside the OC. So I'll cut it and paste blah 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 blah. Here you can add it, automatically compile successfully, and it will add. That is, I manually I will create the React.js application. This is a brand new React.js application I created. And one more thing that is also comment. Means we have sometimes we have doubt what which command I will run. So this start command will also change, right? Course I can also change it. And also terminate the batch job. So yes, now npm run cozy. I will spelling KAUSHIK, yes. It will create the application, run the application and compile, and then it will serve the application in the browser. Yes. So it's coming from the function hello. My lab. Let me create. Now you can multiple function you can create function app one return if on app one instead the return app right? App one. So what DSF expression must be one parent element. It should write require one wrapper. This wrapper I will add. This wrapper I will add. Format that component. Yeah. Start and yes. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So that is the one way that manually how can I install and up and running a React.js application. Other thing is that three commands are there. That is your npm install, g create React app, which is one script, can use that create reactor, your app name, key, app name, and then npm start. This command you, I am not going to run this command in my system because it takes lots of time. I have other demos, so that's why you can try by yourself this command. Okay, is that if you feel any problem, you can reach out to me. I think no problem will be created, but if you will add this command, it will take so many times in my system.
So what is the advantage of adding it globally? Create React app.
Globally means it will, whatever the dependency is required, right? Create React app, that I am not going to change anything. That is the mention from that React application. Okay. So globally it will fetch the dependency, the necessary files and folders for the software registry. Okay, npm, and it will install. And if you not add this thing, it will add locally. And that means if you add Node.js, right? So Node.js requires some local path env environment file, so inside that, your app will be created. The files and folder, that reflection will be created over there. But if you will add -g, so it will add global. Okay.
If we run this command inside the virtual environment, what will happen?
Virtual environment currently I'm not running, but I hope that if your internet connectivity and the app is running, so it will work. Not an issue. Because it's globally, na. If your npm will work, your this command will also will work. Have you tried npm command virtually?
Yes, I tried last day. There is an error. I said already.
Okay, so I told you, right? So to connect after the session.
Yes.
So today also the same thing. You'll connect with me after the session. I'll
Yeah,
help
fine.
you. Hmm.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
So if we add this G flag here, so it will install all the node modules globally.
Yes, yes. Means whatever the required for the create React app, these things.
Okay.
Globally, globally means the dependencies, na, that will not install your system. So node modules will be created, your dependencies in the globally, but your application will be running from the globe. Means I am not going to store the node modules over here, right? The node module is stored in my system because I have add npm install. Okay, this will be fetched from your globally. This thing. And you add the create React app and your app name. You all tried these things. I hope it will work, not an issue. Now I'm going to my, that is something is that sandbox. It's preferred. React and that one thing from React function um, to the um, oh, So I first of thing that is that this demo of that observation part, right? So I'll create one thing instead of export. I'll create the, you can see that YOLO error. That's, it's not error, it's a warning. So that means app is declared, but its name value never used. So the app is already created, but I am not assigning the app the value. Okay. If I will create same thing like app, we can see that is that app is declared never used, but already declared. So same name I cannot create the same app. So if I will add app one, so in the app one, it's created. Now I will return div one. And one more thing, that export function plus export app plus function app is equal to your entire app that will create. So I can create multiple function over here, and I can also create multiple export, but in one module only one default export is allowed. That means what? I'll create function app2 return if hello app. Then write export app one. So I cannot export multiple things over here. So I have to do one thing, that is app comma app one. Now I will add something here. So two function I have added and exported over here. Also, if I will add app one, it's not any error, but I have to just add this thing app one. So you can see these two values are coming, but I am not export default. I can pass multiple apps over here. Also, if I will add app 2, now my question is that can I add class function, class component, functional component put together? So class app, one class I'll create extends react dot component. Extend react dot component means this class I am going to allow all features and functionalities that is coming from the React core module. So in my class map, that will also added. So extend means I will from the React dot component, each and every functionality and facility I will add it in my class. So render. The render method return if yes. Now if I will call this thing map, what happened? There it needs some wrapper or inside the return I have to add. But it return and then JS expression. What is the error? JSX expression must be one parent element. That means I have to wrap both elements together. A div or also the fragment. Or you can also do that. Also, you can React dot fragment. Okay. Now I have to export one default function instead of app. What I will do? Export default app. So here, when I have added one export default, that means this application, one module, if I will trying to add more than one export default, it will not allow. You can see only one default export allowed per module. We cannot add multiple export default. Only one export default per module. But export function, I can add many. That's not an issue. This app I will add it, and this is my default function. This is the normal function that I've exported from the app.js. Okay. Same thing if I am going to pass something from that as a props, my props. Oh. Then I will add this dot props dot this is some basic things and the React application. And so whenever you create the application in the functional or so multiple function we can export but only one default module. Any questions?
Yeah, one thing, you are passing the props as my props,
Yes.
but you are referencing that props here as this dot props dot hello, right?
Yes.
So
Because this is my map class, right? In the
Right.
map class, I will add my props. This
So
name can
the
be anything.
Okay, so in the reference
Oh, sorry,
function, oh,
this name should be
yeah,
my,
yeah, that is what I was asking.
sorry,
Okay,
it's
okay.
my mistake. This is the my name and
Yeah,
props
yeah,
names. Actually, the props name will be
got it,
there.
got it, got it, got it.
So class base, that's why this property is required because this is owner of the class object, right? Props cannot be, means it's a local scope. This cannot be means it cannot be recognized by other classes. It only referred to the this class, this module. Okay, that's why I have used this. In the functional component, if I will send one props, that might be your app to app one, right? I will create this thing. If I will add app one, right? This is my app one. In the app one, I will create one props that is hello. And here app one, I will do props dot OC. Okay.
You have to accept the props, right, in the function.
Props is not defined, that because I have to add the
Yeah,
the props here. Otherwise, you can do one thing, you can destructure your object. That means these things OC and also pass it. Same value will be rendered. Okay, you can see the hello or you can see, right? This value will be passed. So this is some basic functional components and the class both can work together, not an issue. But remember one thing: when you pass that only one module, means any default app, that time only export one application, okay, one function or class. That might not be more than one, but as a application wise, you can export or function, you can multiple function you can export, but default app should be one. Okay. Now yesterday's demo, what I will create one demo. Okay. Is there, I will first going to the index.js file and first I will create, that is my JSON file. So the file I will create extension, location, and text, that is, and by I will add name one, number two, part object also create, and that is three, any name you can add. This is my JSON file. I'll go index.js file. Function app return something. First, I have to check the application, the function is working or not. Test it. Div, div, no.
yeah, yeah.
This app is already declared. That means we have to. The link was there. The link I have break it from the app. Okay, I have create my app in the index.js file. My function app is not defined. That means it is not recognized because I have already removed the link app, and then now this text is coming from here. Okay, now what I will do, I will pass one props, that is my message. MESSAG message is equal to, first I have to import the data. I will import my data, import my data, that is register as data. From where I will import dot this value, I will copy and there, yes, data I will add. So data dot message, that is my message. If I will add message, now I pass it as my logs. Logs, and now console dot log, what box is there, my own box, box, contact, government, run it, and you can see that console.log, that is my own props. 3 arrays are coming, that is here. This value basically from the message.json. Okay? Admin is coming. Now what I will do, I will return and then yes. So one heading and create one heading. Class name, that is quick center. I will do it as a release. So what is the error? It's must on parent element. That means I need it as a div. This div I will add. Now heading is coming. Now I have to iterate the object and saying over here. What I will do, ops dot message dot map link comma I to what I will write. That is my message. This is my component. I will create other component. Message is not defined. I will add this thing as a P or P tag, or instead of P, I will add link, not literal. That means I have to create one function, that is my message function I will create. That is other component, right? Here I will inject one component and here I add one component. That is your message. And create one component, that is my message component. Ops, and then return and return then div class name is equal to n container. Container I will create p and p tag, and now I will use props dot text. have to pass it, the map and also the message. Add that is the text. So this is my prop. These props I will pass. So after iterate the object links dot text and sent by is equal to link dot and by error unexpected token index of JS. I think I will not add the key.
Easy now. In a 20 minutes.
Do we have to return the message function inside the map, or is it automatically returned?
No, that is one my component, message component, right? It's a different means one function. In this message function, I will add here. This is the component. I have to pass these objects, link, whatever I iterate the objects, na? That I have to pass over here. The
Do
message.
we have to return the message a component from inside the map, or is it automatically implicitly returned, even if we don't add the return function, return statement?
Yes, return function automatically it will there.
Okay.
No need to add anything. I will add this thing, na? What is unexpected? Oh. Okay. I think some comments upper I have added that was some mistake. Okay, we'll add it. It's link of text. Print by that is your link dot so you can see the objects are coming right now. What I will do, I will create some component and I will divide it these models. What I will do that the app.js will all things num minus. I remove all the things and also create on message.js file. That is okay. M E message.js and I will create other component. I will create one component inside the component. I will create one bin internet.js. One file I will create that is state changer.
চাপারিস করবি যা তো আমার কথা শোনে না আবার চাপারিস করবি যা
JS file create. Please mute. Import. Files.cx. That first you create from here and create one class-based component that is component. Either I will write component over here or React.component. That time I will have React component, or I can do one thing, comma component. Then I will add one state. Coding. I'll create one state. It's a class-based component. Okay. So state is required. So getting the state manage every component has its own state. So you can see I have one component, multiple components in a project or application. So each component has its own state. And when I send the data from one component to other component, we require some props. So state is only the cycle that is only exists inside the component. It cannot be recognized by other component. Every component has its own state, and if we want to change, transfer or refer the value for one component to other component, we refer some props. That is a simple data flow of the every structure. Okay. So component wise, I will create one state and create one render function. First, I will create render dot I will create return. Render. And create one string This is my inline CSS. That I will add. Center. Constant that is array text. Array text. Come to here. And do the message component message spot, but I will cut it. I will add here message. Yeah. Yeah. I will divide the module now. Yeah. Styles. If you want a styles dot spaces, and I will create export default function message that is my props. First it and yes, so app I have to record. So what will do? Cut it. Of app, the name I will add this thing. Interactive cues. Message that I have input from here. Styles. Input HTML image styles. Spaces. Deep plus name and props dot message. Same thing I will add. Go to the index.js file and do one thing, input quotient. This is my first step, quotient. Okay. From I add okay, what I will do message data dot message I will pass it. Export arrow. Okay. The renderer function is required on export. And now okay, I'm going to component and return into leaf or domain from the no. I will toggle one button and inside that I will show that text and whatever I created in the message.json file. Now what I will do is dot state dot od equal to true. That's the name. From one thing deep is calculated where to Google handle at this functional that it is my method or that is my term. Is dot it dot show day. If I want to update the state in the React, I will use React as set state method. Is dot set state. So set state so object and show the filter up that right. That's it. That's a toggle there. Now instead of hello, I will pass my component. This component is your renderer. This I will pass. do existing calendar and message equal to dot 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 message. You can see it's coming. Now I have to modify some CSS. Or looks professional. So I'm going to the style.css and here I will create this style that is by render take center that is align container. Container I have created that is position relative with 50% origin auto having 50 color line else line shadow line 3 pixel 3 pixel 3 pixel or pixel also border border 1 px only border radius. Radius that is 5. Now refresh it. By default, I cannot see, and then message list is coming. Is hello. And one more thing, that is your message.js. Have to change something in the message.js file. That's why the last name equal to details container and small by this was missing dot simplify this more also coming. Now one thing that is required that is this is the normal that message.json file I will create and display with the toggle. Right. Now the two-way binding, right, means if I will write in the input box, so it will automatically update it in that box or in the entire container. So that how implemented that small demo I will add. It's changer in the OC.js file. Here just I will add one input type text box. Create fast changer that trace input there and there and and one to props. Props. Item. Take. Now I create one input type text box. Input type as importing. But to export it, default import injure then slash copy can see this component is coming. Now in the placeholder, I will add some value the text, right? Okay. This dot state, but one state I have added, that is name and I want to print React current version, React dot version. And change. So now I will pass the method as a props. So I will create one method. Is dot name int the area. This is my method. Method. Method lab. What I'll do is first I will pass the event on change event. So I'll grab the on change event here as an argument. Then this dot let's say name value. This is your name value. This value I'll collect and here then event dot get dot value that I will add. In intent handler I will add it. Now what I will do, I will do the state change move off and change to the div. One thing, is the props. First, full dot log type text, I will do one thing in the placeholder. I will see that type text placeholder is equal to exit and unchange. Unchange. What I will do? Props dot change. Props dot change means this value. Props dot change. Last thing, what I will do? That is your now I'm trying to write. You can see whatever the value I'll write on the event change, this value is also updated. That state change out of method. And same thing if I will do in your what happened in the switch table, right? This is I have added this name. Like anywhere I can change it. The value is updated. Yeah. Any questions? Otherwise, I will wrap the session. Hello.
No, so basically, you are passing the props value to the state changer component.
It's now earlier what I will do, I have pass normal text, right? Means as a
Right.
prop, the string, the
Right.
number.
Never passing the reference of the functions also.
No, now I have passed the function, right? So
Yeah.
it's a two-way binding. This is called in the React.
Yeah.
Whatever is the value you'll update, the same value you will reflect here, right? In the props.
So you are setting the value equal to that props also inside that.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can
right.
tell name change handler and event. Event means on change event. And on change event is coming from where? Input type text on change, right? If I will instead of change, it's my props name. You can add change one, okay? This change one, if you copy and pass here. But this name you cannot change. This is the method name and this is the props name. We cannot do on change one. This is on change.
Right.
But the props will be updated. Now, if I will inspect this, you can see only this div is up, is blinking now. Yeah, right. You can see. Not entire method, na? Only the place where is the node is updated. This place is only updated, right?
Yeah.
So this is two-way binding. This is called. When earlier I will pass normal text number. Now, as the event method, I will pass as a props in the other function, and then I take the argument and run it. Okay. Is there any question? So I will wrap this. Hello. Today's take the material and that code I will upload in the drive. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Kaushik. Thanks.
Yes. If you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll wrap it. So in that demo is there. So I hope that you means show the past also, whatever the structure, the material, that is followed. Means our motto is that we have to create some hands-on, and then we can understand what is going on. Okay, so structure, materials, you can read and you can ask me if you have any questions. Okay, one by one. I'll next day I will complete that. I will start with the hooks comment, and that some kind of hooks. Okay, that I'll start. Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.